Okay, this is just to remind me in the future because I finally found a logical reason that God cannot send me to hell for failing to do something. In other words, I cannot be compelled by God to commit an act. The reason being is if God compels me to act, then I can either choose to do it or not, unless it's an order, right? And because God can send me to hell, then it becomes compulsory. So it can't be a choice. So the only other thing left on the table is can I or can I not do that? Now, in some cases, I will fail because I'm mortal. So then clearly God didn't want it done. He just wanted me to do it specifically. So then where's the issue with that? Well, if he wanted me to do it specifically, then I don't have a choice again because I'm the only person that can complete that act myself. So then if I am the only self which can complete that act myself, then it's not really a choice because I'm the only one who can. So it is not logical for God to intend on me committing some specific act. It's possible, of course, it's always possible. With God, anything is possible. We have no idea. All I'm saying is it's illogical to believe that. It doesn't make any rational sense. And it would mean that God would necessarily have to be irrational and illogical. And if God is irrational and illogical, then we cannot know what God's will is. At least we can't logically validate it. We can't explain it. And we certainly wouldn't be able to say it. And that means it can't have been ordered in the first place because an order has to be communicated, which means I have to be able to relate or rationalize what it is that this person is saying and logically extract meaning from it. If I can't do that, then there's no purpose in saying it. If I can't predict what you're going to think when I say words at you, then why would I speak them? I'm speaking them in the hope and the faith that you will understand what I'm saying. The only way that that could be the case is if I said something that made sense to you. If I said something that doesn't make sense and is illogical and irrational, then it wouldn't be possible for you to predict what that meaning is, unless maybe you're using some kind of subjective view. But the problem with that is the subject is malleable, which means you can't predict it. Sometimes one person will view one movie and feel one way about it, and then that same person will watch that same movie and feel totally differently. Or they'll go through something the same way and have two completely different views about it. Or they'll have one view when it happened and another view later on after they thought about it. So because there's no way to predict what that is logically, then the only way that you could do that, I suppose, would be subjectively. So would it make subjective sense for God to order me to do something? Well, again, it can't be the case that God just wanted it done because he could have just done it himself and thus been certain that it got done and that it got done perfectly. So it isn't really about the thing getting done. It has to be about me doing it. Well, subjectively, it wouldn't make sense for that to have value because whatever that act is, if I failed in it, would necessarily either affect other people or not. If it did affect them, then ostensibly the effect would have to be negative if I failed, which means that other people are forced to pay for my sins. And as far as I know, only Christ can do that. So if God were to compel me to do something, then I must be Jesus because I don't think that there really can be any other mortal creature that could fulfill God's will. It's just too much to ask. It's too much to ask because we're mortal. We don't have infinite faith. We can't live in a sustainable world where all the people in it think they can talk to God and that God is telling them to go kill their neighbor. It just isn't going to work. So we have to believe in a rational God so that we can all worship the same God, because that's the only way that I can know, regardless of who your subject is, whatever your subjective view is, you can rationalize the same way that I can. And I know that. So if God is rational, then everyone has equal access to God and no one is favored or disfavored, because that's ultimately my issue with being compelled to do something. It's like, well, if I get compelled to do something because I am myself and only I can fulfill that, then there isn't any, shit, I just lost it. I just said it and now I can't remember it. Right before, shit. It's not, it's the fact that my subject, shit, I can't remember it.